Welcome back to Free Spirit Tarot. I am Portia. We are here for the month of September reading that I'm going to be doing by our zodiac sign, and this is for the zodiac sign of Gemini. This is not a natal chart reading based off your specific natal chart. This is not a horoscope reading at all. These are just I'm just using the astrology cards to help me determine what we could possibly be dealing with or want to be working with in the month of September for the zodiac sign of Gemini. These piles here represent different aspects or different factions. Oh, I can't talk right now. It's early in the morning, y'all. It's early in the morning. Of astrology, we have our planets here. We have our houses. We have our aspects, the nodes, and then the asteroids that all help determine who we are as a person and how we react to certain things. I'm going to let you know on the table, I am a Gemini also, so this reading will be including myself, and I will try my best not to project my own personal energies into these cards and make sure that this message is intended for everyone who is watching it and sees it as a Gemini. We're using the old method of Gemini, or not the old method, the old astrological dates of May 21st through June 20th. And I do have 9 planets here, even though it's debatable whether or not 9 planets still exist. But I have an affinity for the planet Pluto. I do. I don't know what it is. I get upset when people tell me Pluto is no longer a planet. Argue with your mama if you feel differently. Truthfully. So the Gemini can be known as a butterfly. They are transformative. They can fit into any space. Why is there an eyelash on my card? They can fit into any space. They are investigative. They like to do research. And so the card says they're curious, communicative, social, knowledgeable, and I'm not reading everything. Very analytical, street smart. Okay, that's definitely me. Easily bored, quick-witted, variety seeking. They like to be mobile, outgoing, tad bit anxious, brilliant. Look at that. I won't take that on. I'm gonna take the brilliance on. Fidgety. Oh yeah. Look, studious, inquisitive. So yeah, those are some traits that these cards are saying about Gemini. I can agree with majority of those. Um, Let me add in just from personal experience, procrastinators. Geminis can be great procrastinators. We can be very loyal friends, even though people think we're two-faced. People see us on the front as being two-faced, and I believe that's where because we can transform into different spaces with different people with ease. A lot of people may see that as two-faced. Geminis are often not trusted. People don't consider us trustworthy. They think we will run and tell that. People think that we're gossipers. In all honesty, we are very blunt. Um, our unstable as far as emotional, I believe, based off of just my own personal experience. We go from 0 to 100 real quick. When a Gemini is not your friend, a Gemini is not your friend. And Gemini's hold grudges. That's just from personal knowledge. So I added personal knowledge into the Taurus one. I don't think I did it for everybody, but I did in these two specifically because I am a Gemini. And I try to be, for me personally, I try to be very upfront. I try to be honest. I try to be blunt. I try to shield you from my bluntness for so long until you get on my nerves, and then my petty turns on, and sometimes my petty don't turn on. That is me as a Gemini. And I've seen it with a lot of Geminis. But Geminis can be a lot of fun. We're great lovers, y'all. Just let you know, great lovers. And I'm not just talking about in the bedroom, but I am talking about in the bedroom. We're great lovers. Um, yeah, the pettiness is real, and that's when it says quick with it. Yeah, the pettiness. That's pettiness comes through real strong. So we're gonna be dealing with what planet is gonna be working in our Gemini for the month of September. What planet should we be dealing with? There's 12 here, and I noticed in one of my other readings that we got Earth came out in one of my other readings. Earth is not part of the basic natal chart. So if you see me pull Earth, I will be pulling another planet for us. Okay. Which I did in the other reading as well. So don't think that trying to give Gemini an upper hand here. Saturn. Oh my God. Saturn is I love Pluto, but Saturn is my favorite planet. It is my favorite planet. I don't know why. I love the rings. Anywho, Saturn. We're going to be working with Saturn and Gemini, dealing with our discipline. Didn't I just tell you that we are procrastinators? We are dealing with our discipline, self-discipline. We are very hard workers, and we need to be looking at our structure. So what I'm basically saying is, Gemini, you need to sit down for the month of September, plan out some stuff, write it down, put it in a journal, make a flow chart, an outline, or something to help you maintain that structure of discipline. Saturdays are the best days for you, and you can do so in conjunction with the Capricorn. My daughter is a Capricorn, and we work so well together and not at the same time. There's things that you need to restrict. For me personally, I already know I need to start restricting what I'm putting into my body. Um, but yeah, and having some patience, taking responsibility as well. I said as well, we just had that for Taurus, taking responsibility and holding yourself accountable for the things that are not going right. Be vocal about um, things that you feel are off center or off balance, things that you see that off center and off balance. The Saturn doesn't sit on a flat ring like that. It doesn't sit straight. It tilts. It's time to be a little bit versatile, a little bit flexible. We keep researching. Seek sources to help you better understand how to get through a lot of your obstacles, a lot of those trials that you're going through. But your main focus is your discipline, the discipline that you're going to apply to these situations. You get started on a lot of stuff and stop. And like this card is saying easily bored. I don't never see easily bored. I say easily defeated. That's the way I would describe it. It's not that I'm bored with the situation. I'm defeated by the situation. And I feel like a lot of Geminis operate in that same sense. Because the wishy-washiness is not something that I normally see, even though people perceive us to be wishy-washy. Okay. We're dealing with house. We're working with our fifth house, things that are pleasurable to us in romance, and being creative endeavor. I know for me specifically what it is for me. Um, Having fun, childlike fun. Love that. Dealing with sex, your art and culture, different hobbies and passions that you have. I'll tell you what it is for me specifically, but I'm going to see exactly what all is connected in these four cards before I give you myself. Okay, so collaborative and social. We see hobbies, being social here, being more outgoing, inquisitive. So we're working with our pleasure, things that we find pleasurable. Really just tapping into things that we like to do, things that we enjoy. That's what's really tapping in. Whether it's research, you're studying something. Some of you may be dealing with what's the word? It's called a trial, but I'm not thinking of legal terms. I'm thinking of medical terms. Trial research, things like that. Things that may be interesting you. In regards to certain trials, in regards to medical research, and this may be something in regards to yourself. But this is just something that you like to do. Okay, researching certain things, tapping into that investigative side. So if you are working with, I'm seeing a nonprofit organization, if you are working with a nonprofit organization, tapping into that research team portion, the R&D, the research and development portion of it, and you find that pleasurable. You find that pleasurable. Um, I'm also seeing as well, this is in relation to me, but I'm also seeing it also pop up in the cards, not just for me, but for the Gemini as a whole, your creative side. There's a creative endeavor that you've set aside, that you haven't been disciplined with, that you need to work on. For me, it's two different things. One, I'm a writer. I told you that I said before. And I got a lot of books that I have started writing that I have not finished writing. And I need to be very disciplined, sitting down and just writing. There used to be, in the month of November, there used to be a writing session that writers across the world would get involved in, and you'll sit down and you'll write something every day for the whole month of November. And that program fell apart. Um, yeah, that program fell apart, so I don't do it as much anymore. But that used to really help me along. Maybe I just need to set it up for myself. I think I still can access their website. I think I can still access their website and then use their tools. I don't know. I have to check into that, but I can set up for myself, set a timer each day, and commit myself into writing. In addition to when we're looking at the social aspects of it, those of us who have YouTube channels, who have Twitch accounts, who have Patreon accounts, um, something else in the social media aspect, posting on social media. Some of us who are running businesses that started as a hobby, and sometimes the YouTube or the like could fall into that. We start doing this as a hobby, and then it becomes a source of income. It requires a business, but we're wondering why we ain't succeeding. I've been on YouTube, y'all, forever, and my channels are slow to grow. But I know for a fact that here's coming that accountability portion here. I know for a fact it's because I have not put in the work like a lot of other people do. I don't like to edit, so you don't see my videos edited. Um, I used to, and that was so time consuming, but I don't anymore. I was not posting consistently, and I had reasons for why I was not posting it consistently, and they were valid reasons, but those reasons over time became excuses. And I could apply that to my book. I could apply that to my YouTube channel. I could even apply that to my business. I run a skincare business, and it's not growing as fast as other skincare businesses that popped up after me. It's not growing as fast as other skincare businesses that may cater to the same type of products that I use, or they may have duplicated some of the products that I've put out there, and they are being more successful and it's because of their dedication to the process. I've done all the research. I'm very knowledgeable in everything that I do. It says that I'm analytical. I look at my analytics on YouTube often. And unfortunately, with this channel, because I have such a small family, uh, a small community here of viewers and subscribers, that YouTube doesn't show me the analytics. So I ask you questions sometimes on the community tab to try to get a feel of where you are on my channel and try to build my own analytics. I'm always researching, always researching. But then once I get the information, what do I do with it? I don't do what I could be doing. Okay. I don't put myself through the trials, and I need to. I have to remove the obstacles that I'm dealing with. And most of the obstacles, I'm going to tell you right now, is myself. And I don't know. So, okay, now off of me. And let's get back to all Geminis as a whole. Like I say, being that butterfly, being that transformative being, like I say, you easily can adapt and fit into many situations. But is it always the best thing? Okay, let's see what our aspects, what is shaping our personality, our challenges, are our potentials here. And we are in opposition with ourselves. So the opposition brings up conflicts. It talks about our disciplines that I just talked about here, conflicts that we have with other people, other things, other situations. Um, Sometimes we may call out people and or things and be called out as well, and we don't like it. It's like a mirror looking back at us. That's what that mirror is representing here. But there's bridges we can cross. There's things that we can balance, and we seem to be we always like to take a risk. We trying different things. Um, that goes with that trials that we do here. About being inquisitive. Okay. Always seeking variety. We do a lot of things sometimes that um, may have the same effect. I don't even know why I picked up these notes yet and put them back down. Opposition. Opposition works with other planets. So we look at what is 180 degrees from the planet of Saturn. And with that 180 degrees, we see what we are directly being challenged with, or challenges that we would face. Okay, so for the planet of Saturn, what's directly across from it, 180 degrees, is the moon. Why am I shoving those? That's all I need to do is go through and pick up the moon. I already know the moon deals with our emotions, our feelings. We're always in our feelings. That's one of the challenges that we have as Gemini. We are very emotional people, and we're always in our feelings. Oh, whew. That's something else that's coming out for me. Our digestion. Me personally, I'm dealing with digestive issues in my health. I'm dealing with that. That just stuck out for me. I don't know if that sticks out for anybody else. But as far as what we got going on here, what we are relating to, what we are mirroring, our instincts, using our gut reactions. We have trouble using our gut reactions. Like think of something, we feel it in our gut and we'll go another way. We need to, that's what I'm saying, we need to tap into that self-discipline there and that patience. Home, family, that is also something that we are in opposition with, that we need to balance out. We need to balance that out. Our home life, our work life, the hard work that we put in, our family life that we want to achieve, that we want to maintain, we need to balance that out. Our moods, I told you our moods will be very, I think I said in the beginning, Geminis can be very moody. We can be very moody. And I, for myself personally, like I said, this was not supposed to be my reading, even though I'm including this because I am a Gemini. For myself, my moon sign is a Cancer. My moon sign is a Cancer. I'm very moody. I am very moody, child. I had got diagnosed mood issues. Okay, but yeah, the disciplines are in opposition of each other. Trying to manifest things in our life, we struggle with that as well. We gotta trust our gut instincts. We gotta trust in our inquisitive nature and communicate that. Okay. I do love the fact that this is showing that have the ability to be very nurturing while at the same time providing the structure. Uh, Making sure that your house is in order is something that's very important to a Gemini. And when something gets a little bit off kilter, tilts a little bit, yeah, it could pose a problem. So we're looking at the opposition in order to try to gain that balance that we need in our life. And if anybody has been on this channel or on my other channel and you watch my Travel and Talk Tuesday, I'm always talking about finding balance in my life. That is something that I struggle with, even with these videos. Like say I'm on day 3 of putting these videos up. And if I hadn't procrastinated, then I probably would have had them all up before the month of September began. But I ran into issues. I ran into setbacks as far as me dedicating my time and actually sticking to it. Okay, so my North Node, these are the things here. If I work on my discipline, they will help shape, and let me not just say me, us. If we work on our discipline, they will help shape our destiny. Okay? We are moving through our soul's purpose. Okay? We're still on a learning curve about what our future holds us. Um, we're still on that learning curve, but I see infinite. Like, even though this is not the infinity symbol, I see it that way. I see infinite possibilities in our future. Um, okay, because of what I'm showing here in our North Node, the North Node is things that can represent a path of growth for us. So we can definitely grow in our discipline, using our transformative state of mind, using our investigative state of mind, even working with our feelings in contraction to our discipline. If we worked on those things in regards to what we love and what we enjoy doing, our passions, our children that are affected, our sex lives, things of that nature, things that entertain us, hobbies that we like. If we work on the discipline in those areas, it will make us. It will help better us, um, better our path. It help better our pathway to our destination. It help better our pathway to our life goals. We can take those lessons and apply them in future dreams and endeavors. Hope I'm making sense. Hope I'm making sense. Okay, what can help us do this? So there's 4 cards here, right? So we have the Chiron. It's associated with our personal growth and healing, and it connects with the house that we will have shown there, where it will manifest. If we pop up with the Vesta, it's going to show things that we are purposely devoted to. It's our inner sacredness and where we can direct our focus and passion. If we come up with Juno, it shows our commitment to our partnerships and where our desires will become in a relationship. Um, and then what else do we have? There's a 4th card in here. Chiron, the Vista, the Juno. I think it's the Comet. Let's see. Our Chiron is what we have. Our healing. We have to heal our insecurities, talk about our past, deep-seated pains, be very vulnerable, seek therapy, seek counseling, seek out your ministerial teacher, um, hmm, tarot card readers. I know we're supposed to say that we're for entertainment purposes only, but I know of a lot of readers who I believe were genuine and have really helped us check ourselves. And I hope that I made that for you as well. My spiritual strength, powers that I have within me, my ability to transmute, and I have the ability to help heal others as well. And people have always said that. I keep saying I. It should be us. This is our journey, Gemini's. Our journey. But it's very. I'm sorry. I'm very specific to myself when I say that because I'm a proud Gemini, y'all. I am. I love being a Gemini. I love when people try to shame a Gemini because I know the type of person that I am. Um, My gives of fucks are really low. It's really low. Is that an issue that I have? That my gives of fucks are really low? Let me check that out. I have conflict with conditioning. Yeah, I have conflict with privacy. Okay, the gives a fuck being very low is not part. Just the integrity. Yeah, I thought I could look at that. My integrity. Okay. Oh goodness. Oh yeah. So Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Working on disciplining ourselves. Finding that structure to give us that balance that we need while still being disciplined and working with our different mood changes, our emotions that we and our feelings. Emotions and feelings I've learned through therapy are not the same thing. Although depending on the deck that we may have, it may say, like I think emotions on the moon in this one. Let me see. I want to say the moon in this one says it's our emotions, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, see? And here it says the moon is our emotions. And in here, the moon is our feelings. They are not the same. Your emotions and your feelings are not the same. Your emotions are your actions. I feel sad. That's the feeling. The sadness is the feeling. I cry when I'm sad. That is the emotion that comes out. The crying is the emotional part of it. So, but I just like to look at it as being moody. And just to put it all in a nutshell, to be moody. Okay, let me, this video is long. Let me pause this and get into the Kipper reading for Gemini. All right, thank you for holding on, sticking with me. And we are dealing with our Kipper reading. I'm going to be using the German style of reading, pulling out MasterCards and using the card to clarify underneath what that MasterCard is talking to or about. And then I'll pull the cards to the side and let you know if they're a MasterCard or not. If I come across a coffin, that means for me to stop pulling. Gemini, let's see what this Kipper card reading has to do with the reading that we just had, or if there's another message in there for us. See, I'm back to saying us. Okay. A message or concerns, not applicable. Toil and labor, not a MasterCard. Mature woman, it's not a MasterCard. A message, it's not a MasterCard. Thoughts is thinking about courtship. Courtship is thinking about a journey that needs to be had and whether we need to relocate in order to find that courtship. Poverty, unexpected income, official person, distant horizons, main female, occupation, expectations, gifts, child, courthouse. We go through it one more time. Just one. Message of concern, toil and labor. And I'm trying to get through this fast because I didn't realize I had been talking about butt off on Gemini. Mature woman. Message. poverty, unexpected income, fisher person, distant horizons, imprisonment, great fortune, child, and courthouse. Okay, so these are our messages for today. All right, let's see what we got. And I apologize for that ring light. I don't think that I could turn it off right now. But hopefully you'll be able to see these cards fully. So what I got here is that we are highly concerned with our thoughts. We stay in our head a lot. I think I said that before. Gemini stay in their head. They think all the time. And some of us are thinking about the partnerships that we had, the people that we met along the way, and how they have benefited us on our journey and how they will benefit us in our future journey, in our North Node. So we're looking at who we're going to be bringing along on the journey of change, on the journey of self-discipline, on the journey of appeasing our pleasure. There's our lessons and there's our journey go there again. Our journey. Okay. Whether or not us as the main female, there's our feminine energy is what's playing into factor here. And we talk about that when we talk about the moon card. They're having that mother energy, that feminine energy is represented by the moon. So it's about to come up here. And we dealing a lot with our occupation. I would like to add in there our hobbies, our dreams, our passions as well. For a lot of Geminis, our occupation is our dream, is our passion. And like I said, it's one of the reasons why we may stay at a place of work for so long because it's something that we love to do. But when it doesn't feel like love anymore, it doesn't feel like heartbreak anymore, you start to wonder, you start to question whether or not it's time for you to move on. Whether or not it's time for you to move on. You don't want to break up those friendships, those partnerships that you've maintained in the place of employment. You hate to break that up, but it looks like it's time. There's a journey that needs to be had to find happiness. And you may even keep that same occupation when you move on. There's expectations that we have of ourselves. This is that mirror. They're kind of mirroring one another. Okay? This is the expectations that we have of ourselves that needs to be met. Trusting in our gut instincts. Trusting in those gut feelings. And if we're able to do that, we will reap the rewards. The things that we expect of ourselves, we need to trust in to reap the rewards and find our soul's purpose. And it will be connected with what we love to do. Like I said, in your occupation itself, maybe exactly what you love to do. Becoming a full-time social media presence can become your occupation. But I'm seeing here for me, and I'm pointing this out for myself, but I see it with you guys as well, that it's creativity. I've always wanted to learn how to sew, but I can't sew. But I do see this as being a creative, and that's probably going to be the best gift for me is to finally put out my book or a book that I have started to write. And that's something that you, Gemini, as well, find that you love to do and that you have procrastinated on getting done. It could bring you great rewards. It bring you great rewards. That's what this great fortune. Oh, I would love to have some great money come through, but it's just great fortune. The great fortune card enhances everything that's on the table, and none of these cards are issued. Not a single card is a negative card. We have what's the word? A neutral card here. In the thoughts, I mean, it's good to be concerned. It's good to think about where you're going, where you're headed. But again, that's what I said. Write it down. Make a journal. Write out your plans. Get a calendar. Go get an old school Palm Pilot, something to help you organize your thoughts. And that way you can put the things that you need to put into place, into motion. And there may be somebody, I know you're looking for that mentorship. You're looking for that person that's going to help you. Expect to do it alone. Expect to do it for yourself. Do it for your family. Don't ever lose that childlike fun. That's part of being your pleasure. Part of your pleasure principles is that childlike fun. Don't ever lose that about yourself. But this can help benefit your family greatly. It can help impact your children. Your children can look up to you and see you as a role model, or maybe not your children, but nieces or nephews or other children in your community, that they'll be able to look to you as a role model, look to you with adoration, knowing that they can do it themselves as well. And in my particular case, this is a hoping and a wishing and a praying. I am projecting right now, having that grandchild. I do want my daughter to have a kid. And she's like, I'm not having anything. I'm expecting her to. Maybe that's my grandbaby coming. I don't know, child. We don't know. I love the kids. Love the kids. All right. This is all I got for you, Gemini. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. See you next month. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.